Good evening, everyone. I am honored to be up here tonight to recognize one of the most important group of people that we get to work with day in and day out and every year. And as Monica said and Mike alluded to earlier, that is our volunteers. Our volunteers represent the civilian community in Northeast Ohio that dedicate their time and resources to help us support the military community and their families, those people that have sacrificed their time, heart, soul, and sometimes their life for us to protect us and our freedoms. And it's the least that we can do. Our volunteers range in all ages, from kids to those, as you can see, in their 90s that are here with us tonight. And everyone understands that their contribution means something to those men and women in uniform that we help honor and serve. On behalf of the NEOPAT board, I want to thank every single one of our volunteers, especially those that are with us tonight, for all they do for us day in and day out, every single year. They make this organization what it is. Thank you very much. I'd like to recognize a few of them tonight, so bear with me for a second. One gentleman that has been an incredible volunteer and does a number of our events, and frankly even has his own event that benefits NEOPAT. It is a Euro car cruise-in car show, and this past year it raised almost $5,000 that went directly to NEOPAT through his efforts. Greg Zito and Melissa Zito, I know you're here, I think back there in the corner. I'd like to sincerely thank you for the effort that you put forth year in and year out with being at our different events, at the Cavs games, at the wine festivals, and certainly doing your own event to help us execute our mission. Greg and Melissa, thank you very much. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize Greg's father, Robert V. Zito, who recently passed away at the age of 92. Robert Zito was a World War II veteran and part of the greatest generation of our time, and part of that group that we still honor today. Robert served in World War II, was stationed in the South Pacific, and saw action in Japan in the later years of the war. I'd like to take a moment to please, if all of you would please take a moment to honor Robert Zito, father of Greg Zito, and his recent passing. And let's show him a moment of silence and respect for his service to our country and his dedication to his family. Thank you. Greg and Melissa, thank you again for all you do for NEOPAT and your dedication. And hearing stories about your father, I know exactly where you get your dedication and inspiration from. Thank you very much. For those of you that were here a couple years ago, I had the honor of recognizing another incredible person and one of our wonderful volunteers, Chief Petty Officer Jack Newman of the United States Navy. Jack has been an invaluable supporter and asset to NEOPAT since day one. And I am here to tell you that Jack recently celebrated his retirement from the United States Navy after 30 years of service. I'm happy to say that Chief Newman and his wife Carrie are here tonight. And I'd like to ask them to join me on stage for a second so we can all show our gratitude to Chief Newman and his wife Carrie for their decades of service to our country and ongoing support of NEOPAT and our mission. Jack, Carrie, please join me on stage. Sorry, Chief Newman, as I like to call you. Everyone, please welcome Chief Petty Officer Jack Newman and his wife, Carrie Newman. As I mentioned, Jack celebrated his retirement after 30 years of service in the United States Navy. It is my honor on behalf of the NEOPAT Board to present Jack, Carrie, and their family with a handmade, custom antique barnwood replica of the United States flag that they can proudly display in their home. Thank you. Thank you. We'll figure out how to get that to your house. And if anyone is interested, there's one for a silent auction back there. These are handmade from Charleston, South Carolina, by a wonderful gentleman, Eric Ledsome, who's here tonight. If anyone's interested, please get yourself one of these for your house. It's a constant reminder. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I have one more special person to recognize tonight. And I will be honest with you. I know you get to see Mike up here, you get to see me and some of the other board members. The backbone and glue of this organization goes through one person. As you can imagine, there's a tremendous amount of things that go on behind the scenes of an organization like NEOPAT. This person runs those things with precision and dedication, much like the men and women that we honor here tonight. This person handles daily assistance requests from military organizations, handles all the administrative functions, prepares for board meetings, has to write checks, has to deposit checks, and maybe the most difficult task of all is she has to deal with Mike and me directly. That being said, I am sure one of the things she is most proud of is being the mother of Private First Class Michael Harrigan of the United States Marines. Michael is not with us tonight because he is currently training and serving away from home, but I know that Melissa and her husband Mike's heart and thoughts are with him every single day. It is absolutely my honor to recognize Melissa Harrigan as our 2017 Volunteer of the Year. Melissa, please come up on stage. Everyone, Melissa truly makes this organization tick, and everything goes through her. And we could not be here tonight. We could not be as successful as we have been, and we cannot help the men and women that we love and honor so much without her. So for that, I thank you so much. And we know Michael is very proud of his mom and dad. Mike, thank you too.
Thank you all. Thank you.
I have one thing I'd like to do in Melissa's honor and to honor Michael's sacrifice and commitment to serving in our country. NEOPAT is making a $2,500 donation to the Marine Scholarship Fund in Melissa and Michael and Mike Sr.'s name. Thanks, everyone. Thank you to our volunteers. You are tremendous people. You are helping us with this movement. We cannot do this without you, and we ask you to keep supporting us. We need you. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your evening.